Hello, and welcome back to UniversiD&D. We are finally back after our hiatus. It is so nice to be here in person, finally playing again and getting our content up. My name is Blake Croft, and I am so happy to once again be your Dungeon Master for the evening, and it is my pleasure to introduce the players, starting with my left.
I'm Santiago Sepulveda.
Kylie Brewer.
Alex Moore.
Katie Meir.
Jacob Gonzalez.
Gee.
And Gee.
And Key.
The whole squad is here. It is so great to be back to... And Sage, and our one-man tech crew.
Yeah, Sage is also here.
He's also here. It's so great to be back together, and we get to play this amazing campaign. So, you know, if you've tuned in this far, thank you so much. We're so excited to get back into it. Jacob, I believe you had something before we started.
I do have something
that we did not know about. But
yeah, so I did a thing.
What did you do?
I did a thing. So before I present this thing, basically, a few people here knew I had something before I showed up today. I think it was Alex and Blake.
You just told me to.
I told them I had something, and to give me time to say something. So before I present this item, basically, I commissioned this from someone, custom made for this group.
Whoa.
And shout out to the parents of this group for making this happen, because I could not execute it alone.
What?
So, we recently hit 1,000 subscribers, and I kind of wanted to have something to commemorate that. So, we have our first play button.
Oh my gosh, I love it!
So, you know, there you go. Yeah. So, I mean...
You know, ruby's usually what you get when you pass like 100 million, right?
Yeah, well, okay.
We're close enough.
I could have done silver or gold. So,
no, that's amazing. Oh my god.
That's
you know,
so
so I thought
sick.
Oh well, we will.
Could put it somewhere.
We will hang it
On
up.
the
And
shelf.
It'll be visible.
We will use it.
There you
That's
go.
so cool.
That's
Wow.
the cutest thing I've
Jacob.
ever
Oh,
seen.
that is amazing.
I didn't know.
Is YouTube gonna like wreck us?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Probably.
Sorry,
Take
guys.
that
Why
down.
don't cut this out?
No, I love it.
That is great. That is fantastic.
I'm gonna casually keep scooting back. So
That's
That's awesome.
That's so cute.
That is so cute.
Aww.
What a great
So
housewarming.
we'll always remember the first 1,000.
We will.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you're one of the first 1,000 or one of the
Like-
first however many,
We appreciate
we
it.
love you. You guys are
Yeah,
the reason
that's
we
so
do
true.
this. And
1001 now?
Get
Get out of here.
Get out. No, but seriously, thank you guys so much. What
That
a great
was so
housewarming
sweet.
gift.
Oh,
That is so sweet.
Merry
That's
Christmas.
awesome.
Unless anyone had anything else. Oh yes! Let's cut out that awkward moment. We also wanted to say thank you so much. If you notice, we have fixed, hopefully, the frame rate issues. We hopefully have, or we have a new setup, and that is all thanks to our Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much. If you've been a part of that, it has helped us so much get at least something to set up, and we are so grateful for that, and we are so grateful to keep improving as that continues to happen. So we'll put that link down to our Patreon in the description. So if you would like to support us as well on that, we would so appreciate it. It helps us out so much. So really huge thank you to anyone who's helped out with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now if anyone has anything else.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's a good bit.
All right, then without further ado, let us once again roll the intro.
In a world where a bunch of kids play D&D, they also try to balance university. So let us introduce ourselves formally, and welcome to a brand new land of normalcy.
Some initiative, they know the definition of getting a crit in position and behind the villain. In other words, flanking the mimic to get a second attack. It's smooth and fast, prepping to cast a fireball. Hit them all with a third level blast, I know. Hope it's overcast to see destructive wrath. From a holy man, but he ain't the only man. To strike gold, he got a brutal barbarian. Every turn, the dragon lands another blow. Spitting flames like a fighter with a blessed bow. Shards of ice into the fire with no doubt. Ghostly form behind your back, sneak attack, lights out.
It's UniversiD&D. We're here to work and play and earn our bachelor's degree, yeah. Now everybody sing it with me, cause it starts right now. Count it 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And welcome back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited to start. Hey, this is a good moment. All right.
Oh shit.
Brief recap of the entire campaign ensues. So, before we took our hiatus, we had met each of our 6 adventurers in the small town of Opaz, where an undead creature had attacked the patrons of the Dueling Trunks Tavern. The party headed into the Myconid colony nearby, hoping to find some hints as to what could have happened. After clearing out the colony and coming to some strange conclusions, you all decided to head to Inkbury in the south. While you were there, Alice, you spoke to Melusina Moonflower, who did not give you necessarily all the answers that you needed. Blitz and Blomf you took to the catacombs underground, where Blomf fought Leapwell Core, a rather unfairly matched frog-like opponent. Malik, Damien, and Kasha, you took out a nightmarish creature in the library, and the other 3 of you took on a rematch with Leapwell and ended up cutting him in half before taking the gold and leaving.
That's pretty cool.
Savage.
From the audience.
Thanks.
Can we get that on the soundboard?
Thank you.
Savage wins.
Oh boy.
Nice.
The party met up in the Arcane College of Inkbury, where the groundskeeper had heard some strange noises coming from the archives in the divination wing. Upon further investigating, it turned out to be a remores that had escaped from the school's collection. After a few too many losses, our heroes took down the remores, sending its chitinous body crashing down into the snow in the archives. And that is where we left off.
Whoa.
Today, we begin in the world of Aurelia, on the continent of Everidge. It has been roughly 2 weeks since the events at the Arcane College of Inkbury. 2 weeks since Blomf's rematch with Leapwell Core. Today is the 14th of Kraniteru, the 2nd month of the year, nearing the end of spring. You all made haste of the young remores nesting in the archives and had been nursed to health by one of the resident healers of the college. Mr. Kryn, the groundskeeper, had thanked you and showed you out of the college and back to the Shivering Ent, where you, Damien, had 150 gold pieces waiting for you just the next morning.
Whoa.
You can add that to your inventory.
Oh my god.
Most of you had spent these 2 weeks mostly training and getting to know a few of your skills a little better. Damien, you began to understand somewhat how to tap into the arcane energy that has begun to flow through your bow. Kasha, the same with your wand. Alice, you spent a little bit of time each day calling out and searching for Celeste, but her presence only seemed to grow more distant, and you could never see her. Blitz, your path was interesting. You constantly tried over these 2 weeks to get in touch with Valkyr, your deity. He had always been a little bit hesitant, but he always felt his presence there. Now, later in the second week, his presence, it was stronger than ever, but it felt like you could not contact him at all. It felt almost as if Valkyr was anxious of things to come, or had other things to attend to, more urgently important than you and your mission at the moment. Malik, you had begun to improve your illusion magic, and you got a gig playing in the main floor of the Shivering Ent. You made a few gold as some people would stay and chat and have a drink as you made illusions dance around the walls, reminiscent of a puppet show with your magic. This went on for about a week and a half, until the half-orcish innkeeper of the Shivering Ent, who was usually at the counter 24/7, whether or not she was awake, had announced that she was leaving rather abruptly. Nobody has been working the counter at the Shivering Ent for the past 3 days, and the inn has not been accepting new tenants. And that is where we pick up now. The morning air is very quiet and still outside. The city has not come to consciousness yet. But all of you have gathered on the main floor of the Shivering Ent. What would you like to do?
Oh, I don't know. Jacob and I agreed on a side note that Damien has been teaching Blitz how to read a little bit. So, over these past couple weeks.
That's good.
Yo.
In a while, you're also going to be able to read books. Just like us.
Oh my god.
So,
There it is.
There he is.
I think we're all nervous to do our voices.
Yeah.
huh?
No voice crack.
I know, no voice crack
No
for
voice
first
crack.
line. We're
Yeah.
going
I was
to-
waiting for it.
Facts.
The British voice crack.
As opposed to an American.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what was the barkeep's name? I would have known.
You never asked.
I'm
Oh.
an asshole.
Yeah. You're a jerk.
Yeah. So that's a bit odd. She
It was a she.
she just took off. I mean, at least we're staying here for free now.
So that was 3 days ago, but
Oh, we're first talking about it now.
oh yes,
So-
I suppose that's true.
Yeah, I mean, back on the night she went, I was working, and it seemed a little weird. She never leaves, but yeah, she never came back since then.
Why hasn't anyone replaced her? That's what I don't understand. I mean, did she own the place, or was she just working here?
She probably does. 2 weeks, she didn't have to leave to report to anyone. No one came in to collect money or anything. She probably owns the place.
Are there other people working at the inn? Like, is there food and stuff? We're just not paying.
There seemed to be. She always had like one or two assistants, and they also have not been around lately. It seemed nobody's working the inn. Although you had kind of paid in advance for those 2 weeks, so you were still allowed to keep your rooms, but no new tenants are coming in at the moment.
Well, I hope they won't mind if I snoop around a little bit. I'm gonna jump the con.
Sure. It looks. So you had seen your keys, to your room. This is a new set of keys. It looks like like those fancy hotels with the little feather on the key. That is what this set of keys looks like. Just a completely new set of keys. But other than that, there's not much out of place. It's pretty much all in order. There's a few cups and goblets, and it doesn't look very lived in. But yeah, nothing seems too out of place.
No notes, no letters,
Nope,
anything like that.
nothing like that.
I'm gonna turn my back to him and kind of just assume a guarding stance,
It has been 3 days, but okay.
just in case.
Okay.
Just in case.
Never know.
Is there anyone else in here?
At the moment, you're alone. It is the early hours of the morning, and you all are just woken up early before the city really comes to life.
Do we know anyone else that just left? In any other shops?
I mean, I guess we should look around. We could go back to Mrs. Moonflower or something if anyone. I don't know. It's maybe some other people who work around here would know what happened. I'm sure people talk.
You see at the front windows, kind of the first sign of life in the city. A few civilians pass by on the cobblestone streets as the sun has just risen. It's still quiet out there, but people are starting to go out and starting to go into stores, into restaurants, into things like that.
Well, maybe this is a sign to move on from Inkbury.
Or maybe.
We have been here for a while.
Does anyone? I mean, I don't really have any specific destination in mind. Does anyone have any business elsewhere?
Well, that is what I was going to say.
So,
Okay.
but, really quick.
Okay.
So, I'm assuming the idea of taking over this tavern and running it ourselves.
I
doesn't
thought
strike
about that. It
you
might be a smart investment.
Yeah.
If we start running it, we can have
We
a
could-
passive source of income
Yeah.
while we're traveling.
guys? We could just hire someone and put him.
It's not a bad
The
idea.
bank.
There might be some legal issues with that.
Were we present when she announced that she was leaving?
Malik had been playing a performance, and she came into the tavern, or into the bottom floor of the inn, and had packed her things and given a quick goodbye to Malik. Didn't really give a reason.
Oh. Does she have a room that I know of?
No, she packed her things just behind the counter.
Okay.
Because that's where she stayed for most of it. You would come in late at night, and she would just be sleeping there. You would ring the little bell, and she would wake up.
Damien, I think you may have misunderstood me. I do have somewhere I would like to go if you would like to accompany.
That's what I was asking.
I was hoping to go to my hometown,
Where's that?
Shelburne, on the eastern coast. My family must have no clue where I am after the accident.
The eastern coast, eh?
So, don't mean to pry. What accident?
Oh, nothing crazy. I was just attacked by ruthless pirates, and our ship got
Nothing
blown
crazy.
to smithereens. So,
You were
Nothing.
attacked by pirates?
And did anything happen
if
to
I
your
don't say
head?
this,
He told me.
Are you calling him stupid?
No.
Okay.
I guess I did tell Blomp.
We had
yes,
a very nice conversation about it.
that is right. They must be very sick. I was hoping to reconnect.
Oh. They must think you're dead.
Exactly.
That sounds really nice and all, but is there any reason that all of us should go with you?
No, there's not a reason. I could go by myself, but I don't know. I think we make a good group.
Yeah. But then again, Kasha, what are we doing? You have anywhere to be?
Nowhere specific, I guess.
Well, I was going to say this might kill 2 pigeons with 1 boulder.
There it is.
Birds and stones exist in Aurelia.
No.
No,
Different-
they don't.
They actually
Different
don't.
catchphrases
But
here.
pigeons do.
Different catchphrases here.
Pigeons do.
If you're just going so they know that you're alive, I was kind of hoping to find, I don't know, some sort of like wizard or something that could possibly communicate across large distances. I know that magic exists. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
I know about as much as you do at this point.
I do read books, so
We do read
I know
books.
quite.
Blake, do I know the presence? Do I know about a wizard that resides in Shelburne?
In Shelburne? Shelburne's a pretty local town. I would say go ahead and give me since it's a wizard, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Oh yes, plus
Do we have
0,
one?
baby.
We do, yes.
16.
16.
first
So there is no wizard in Shelburne.
Okay.
But you do know that the eastern shores, which is kind of the offset. If someone could pull up the map,
I'm on it.
the eastern shores is you all are in the Southstead right now. The eastern shores is kind of the region that Shelburne resides in,
Mm-hmm.
and the eastern shores are pretty magic heavy. Not that you really experienced that too much because you're mostly working on the docks and that was mostly just kind of manual labor. But the eastern shores do have, especially in the north of that little like peninsula,
Right.
has heavy involvement in magic. So you don't know specifically of a wizard, but it probably wouldn't be too far out to say that there is one somewhere near there.
And
I'm going to communicate that to Damien.
Yeah.
with any luck, I think we could go back into that cobalt cave we saw earlier, right?
On the
You
way
know-
back,
Ooh.
As well,
that could happen.
looking at the map here, I don't know if it would exactly be on the way unless we're going like a long route.
I don't suppose if you would be in any rush. I mean, if they think I'm dead, then what does it matter?
True. I mean, I'm really aching to go back to that cave, if I'm being honest.
I must say, I would have gone in there with you, but
Why didn't you?
oh, I think we all know that.
Isla's kind of like puts her head on the table.
So if we're going to Shelburne, I mean, the quickest way would be to sail, but
I suppose so.
well, we could.
Where
Or we could take a
exactly
long
did you
way.
get attacked by pirates?
I mean, not too far off the coast, off the eastern coast, and I just happened to wash up
You want
right
to go
near
look?
Opaz.
Are there more pirates
Ooh.
there?
I believe they all died.
Oh. I was going to suggest we look for the ones that got you, but if that's the case.
Well, I guess, I mean, no sense keeping secrets from you. It's not even a secret, I guess. I believe it was Valka who saved me, because a freak storm annihilated the pirate ship, and I washed ashore relatively unharmed.
Cool.
With new powers, I guess. So,
I mean, that's good.
Oh, is that why you can do the lightning thing?
I believe so.
That's
I
very
believe
impressive.
It is Valka who grants me that power.
Wow, that's so cool.
So as you all are talking, you start to see more people filter past through the windows. And you see one woman. She appears to be half elvish. She passes by the window, looking about, and she catches the eye of the sign. Right? She catches the sign hanging outside the Shivering End, and she opens the door, and a little bell jingles.
I'm behind the counter.
She has a satchel.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I look like I belong here.
Okay. You're wearing kind of like wizard's robe, like not really. She. Oh. Hello. Sorry. I'm just inquiring about a room.
Yes, a room. What's the price of the room again?
When you had stayed, it was 2 gold.
Yes. Well, we have plenty of rooms available. How long would you be staying for?
Oh.
I'm not lying.
Just 1 night is all right.
Oh, really? 1 night would be 3 gold pieces.
3 gold, and she actually roll deception for me.
Oh no!
Hey,
Is
I
she
decided
like
price.
good? Is she like okay?
Oh no.
Does she seem flustered or? Is
She-
She seems
Deception.
roll insight.
Okay. That would be a 5.
A 5.
Yeah.
So she kind of like goes to. She reaches for a gold, and then she kind of
Like,
she
It's actually 2.
She seems a little flustered. Mostly like getting into town, kind of just trying to find a place to stay in a new environment. But you see as she kind of like takes in her surroundings in this building, she kind of calms down a little bit and goes to pick up her gold and like eyes you and sees you in totally weird like robes, and we're just talking to all of these guys, and she was like, "I'm sorry, do you work here?"
I felt really bad about that. Just ignore him a little.
He doesn't work here, but I do.
I do work here. I
So
literally work
that's
here.
2 gold per
Is
room.
the truth.
Oh, he does.
I do work here.
He does work.
Oh, that's
here.
true.
I knew it.
Oh, I mean that's true.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Okay.
Okay.
He does the illusions.
She rolled an
Oh, true.
18 insight, natural 18
Oh, gosh.
insight.
Yes.
So she kind of she has an idea that you were telling some sort of lie. Are you the right person to ask about a room?
I am now. I'm the best person here.
Oh, all right. Well, I so sorry. I think so. You're all just like circled around her, like staring at her. I think something's a little off about this, and she starts to like backpedal a little.
Well, we've been staying here for a few weeks, and the people who run the inn.
So you don't work here,
He
does.
does.
We
He
don't.
does.
Yes.
right? And what is it you do here?
Over the past 3 days, my duties have gone out to handling the whole thing. But before that, I was simply the entertainer.
Right, and she's still like kind of like backpedaling out the door. And as she's like just about to back up to it, it like slams open, and she bumps into the complete opposite of her. Not flustered at all, not paying attention to anything. This is a man that has like the most 1950s haircut, and he's wearing
He's
like
so futuristic.
huh?
He's so futuristic.
He's so futuristic, yeah.
Trendy.
No, but like really short, like slicked back hair. He is human, and he carries like a large, like, what are you doing? He carries a large bag with him, almost like a chest, almost like a trunk of sorts.
Is he looking magic?
I mean, it looked like a regular trunk. But he slams open the door and, oh, so sorry, as she's like backing and she's like super flustered and she kind of steps out of the way. And he walks up to the counter and, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take that from you. And just kind of like scoots you over out of the counter.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Slams his trunk down. This inn is under new management.
Whoa.
Are you all tenants?
Yeah.
Yes,
We've been here for a little
Yes.
bit.
All right. Out of courtesy, you may have one more night at your current rate. How long do you plan on staying? He looks very like blunt, to the point,
Yeah.
like businessman.
Whatever.
I-
We're leaving, right?
I'm giving him
Leaving
kind of a side eye here,
soon.
squinting. Could you perhaps show me some credentials of some sort? I'm used to these type of guys trying to pull one over on the merchant ships.
Yeah.
What would you like to see? My papers? And he kind of like reaches into his trunk.
Now I can read them.
Yes.
He's sitting there.
And
Ooh.
it says. Mm,
True.
Where's the name?
It's like a whole paragraph
What is
describing
the
this
what
song.
is her name again? The
We don't know.
person who ran the.
You
don't
never
know.
asked.
I guess. I mean,
We
I
never
should
asked.
probably know, but like, yeah.
Yeah, we literally never asked. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Do you have some papers signed?
Oh yeah, I'm
over
sorry.
the,
sorry. So he hands over just like folded up parchment. But you open it up, it looks very nice ink, and it has a stamp at the bottom. And the stamp at the bottom, it looks to be the same crescent moon that you have seen on the Night's Watch out in the city, the guard.
Interesting.
Religious man.
So yeah, and so it says Riley Jameson, and it has just like a list of like basic credentials, but it's basically like manager, blah 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 blah, blah, and just has that stamp at the bottom. Anything else you would like to see?
Is this perhaps part of the government?
That is none of your business. And he puts it back in his trunk.
Well, I
So,
feel like it
oh, my
is, seeing
friend.
as you are only giving us one more night to stay.
Well, you may
around.
stay here, of course, just at the new rate.
What is
exactly
the
would
new rate?
20 gold per room.
Oh.
Well,
I think.
So, are you going to be doing some like interior decorating? It's not really worth
I'm
20
gonna pull
gold.
out
or
my
This-
pride
so.
whale meat.
This is prime real estate, right outside the gate to the entrance of the city of Inkbury. What are you
I'm
doing?
pulling out my dried whale.
Can I get one of those actually?
This inn is on prime real estate, and certain buyers were interested.
Oh, so is that why the other one left? The other keeper?
Yes, it was bought up.
Oh.
Oh, they seem
So,
Where is she now?
doubt he
I suppose I do not know. What, do you think I killed him?
No.
Whoa,
You know, no one
whoa,
thought that
whoa.
till you said that, actually.
Now I think
Now
we
I
killed her.
No!
Wait, no, when we're inside.
Yeah, roll inside. Go ahead.
Do you think I hid the body
What are you
near the
doing there?
chest?
Somebody else can roll inside as well.
I've got
Love
pretty
to.
good
I'm
insight.
But
pretty
never
good
mind.
at insight.
Yeah.
Blitz, you've been talking to him the most.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll
Yeah,
inside.
that's a good idea.
You're suspicious of him.
18.
Hey.
18. You know, he doesn't seem very, like... He's not, like, evil. He's just, like, weird with people.
Okay.
He's very blunt and, like, just down to do his business. He's probably good at what he does.
He's not malicious.
He doesn't seem malicious. He's just like, this is how business is done. They were on prime real estate. Now we're upcharging, which is what it should have been.
Okay.
It's not like a mwahaha.
Is this
power.
Have we
open?
seen anywhere else that we can stay the night?
What?
cheaper?
Can I
Is
steal
his
his
chest
chest?
open?
Is his chest open? No. It's just, it's like a, it's like, it has like
I
a
think
snap.
this might actually be a good sign to actually kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, I did kind of want to like look through his stuff, but okay.
You want to mug him?
I'm not saying this out loud. I was just like,
I did.
Slash it.
After tonight, come back and trade your keys. The locks will be changed,
Oh my God.
of course.
and we will give you new ones.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you for your patronage. He
What?
kind of goes to doing his own thing. He's like,
His name is Riley. Okay.
Riley Jameson.
I suggest we go for a nice long walk.
I agree. Let's go take a
Let's
stroll.
as you start to head out of the tavern, the woman's just kind of like watching this, kind of flustered, and she like hesitantly approaches and like considering buying a room. But you all head out into the street.
Oh, but she wouldn't pay 3 gold pieces for a room. But she'd pay 20.
No, she would have. It would just seem like
He was just shady.
Oh.
Oh.
And that guy's not shady. Come on.
Not even a little bit. What do you
Good
mean?
businessman.
You showed his credentials.
Yeah.
So
didn't
you
kill
all,
anybody.
you all head out into the street. And the city life is just picking up. You can see people are opening their tents in the little like marketplace, the Riverside Marketplace, and yeah, people are starting to walk down the cobblestone streets.
Is there like a little shop or something that I can peek into? Just some little shop.
Oh, like a tent at the marketplace?
Yeah.
Sure. So you go over to the first tent and you kind of peel back the window, and it looks to be selling mostly like different flavored honeys.
Ooh.
And there's this extravagant little gnomish woman with big goggles, and she is like almost like fluttering about on the floor. There's like one other. There's a man in there. And he's just like kind of like hesitant, like he just wants like a jar of honey. And she's like, "Oh, we got strawberry, we got grape honey. What would you like? We got sunberry honey."
Grape honey.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, hello. She's just kind of like looking down at the floor.
I was just wondering if you knew anything about what was going on over at the Shivering Ant.
No, I'm sorry. You're going to have to ask somebody else.
Oh.
She's like sorting through like
I think
like stacks of like files for some reason.
I'm assuming I won't get it.
Yeah, sure. It's like a pretty big tent for like selling honey.
I think one of my friend here is saying, anyone try to buy you out recently? Anyone
I'm sorry. She like stops. You're trying to buy me out?
No.
No.
I was asking if someone did.
No.
Okay.
She goes back to what she's doing.
Are you looking for something?
You found it, and she like takes it out, and it's just like a receipt of how much grape honey costs. And she hands it to the man. Here you go, 1 grape honey. That will cost you 3 silver pieces. And he's like, okay, and he like starts paying her.
How much for the sunberry honey?
I was thinking the same
Wait.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, sunberry honey, and she goes back to the files and she starts flipping through, and she pulls one out. That will run you 4 silver pieces for 1 jar of sunberry honey.
How big is a jar?
A jar is jar-sized.
I will take one of those.
1 sunberry jar, 4 silver pieces. Here you go.
Thank you.
All right, you give her 4 silver.
So, what are the other flavors? Name all of them right now. Go.
All right, we got regular honey, strawberry honey, grape honey, sunberry honey, lime honey, lemon honey, cordial honey. We have meat-flavored honey. We have the whole bee, and she has a jar of like 3 bees just like swimming.
Buy a bee.
Wait.
Why would you sell bees?
Some people want to make their own honey.
Gonna run you out of business.
I am some people. Wait a second. How much for the bees?
The bees.
Oh no.
Not bee.
Nami, wouldn't you need like
She
a
like flips.
hive
She
or
gets this
something?
like black paper out of the bottom.
The forbidden.
The bees are 30 gold pieces.
Oh.
Each.
They are prime bred bees.
You could buy them out.
Goodbye, Emma.
Is there a queen bee?
She like adjusts there. No.
Did you say you had strawberry?
We have strawberry. It was the first one I said. Yes.
Strawberry.
You could have stopped me at strawberry.
Well, I wanted to know the options.
Actually, you said regular honey. First.
Actually, can
Oh,
we have
that
a
is
trial
true.
of each of the flavors so we can decide which one we like more?
Oh, come on.
Do you have a
No.
menu?
We're
You
not
may
gonna be that
sample
guy.
1 flavor.
Ooh.
Oh.
You are all horrible.
And she
people.
brings you over to like this barrel that's sitting there,
Does it say sample on it?
and
There it
You
is.
do, like all the honey.
it actually does. It says free samples in like like cargo crates, how they have like those stamps. It says free samples, and
Just these.
it
The
is
Z.
the grossest. It is just honey poured on top of like wood, just sitting out.
You know,
But like different honeys, and like there's like flies buzzing around. Like this is outdoors. This is a tent, and there's like dirt all over it. There's no utensils, so like you just like
you know. Okay, on second thought,
Did I get there before Bloom could see it?
before Blomf could see it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, can I minor illusion it into looking normal?
No. Oh my
The barrel.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yes. As
Oh
Blomf-
my
Blomf
God!
is kind of looking around at other honeys. You see. Now you kind of walk past this gnomish woman. You like step over this gnomish woman.
Didn't see her.
Yeah, she's wearing like black, like just like really like tight like leather,
Yeah.
and she has like this ridiculous bright yellow jacket on, and these goggles.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Yeah. And so you walk past her, and you see this barrel of what looks to be the most scrumptious honey you
For
have
free.
ever seen.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it doesn't look that bad. I say.
Yeah, no, and it says it still says free samples on the side, and as she's saying, you may each have one sample, and she points over to this barrel, which you all had seen
Gross.
Before.
was looking
Oh.
pretty gross and dirty, but now has changed, and Blomp, you have just seen it for the first time as it changes.
I'm gonna sprint to it and take a glob of it and just.
So you take, and I'm guessing it's just like pristine, like golden honey.
Yeah.
And as you take a glob, you get like bits of green and purple, and just like smear, and like flies dotted throughout it,
Extra snack.
and just like eyes closed, spread it through your whole mouth. It is possibly the worst thing you've ever tasted.
How is it?
Not necessarily the honey. The honey is
It's all-
actually sweet in your mouth. There's a
Yeah.
few weird contrasting flavors, but it is just like eating a handful of dirt.
Wow, guys, you should try some. It's really good.
You know,
I knew I'd enjoy it. Well,
Thank
I've
you.
already got mine.
Yeah.
So
Hey, can I have all of this? Are you selling this?
No.
Can I take it?
Can I go up to the lady and
One sample each, and she like smacks your hands away. Like people are like really trying to get into these free samples.
No, he can have my sample.
All right. She like adjusts her
I'll-
goggles.
Love,
Ma'am,
go for it.
do you have any sample bees?
What?
bees? A bee sample?
Bee sample.
We have no sample bees. I apologize.
That is.
What would you like to do with them?
Can I like
You don't want to know.
try mine and make sure it's not?
Could we
gross?
rent a bee? Theoretically.
Roll persuasion.
Yes.
Blump just said theoretically. We're all like, what?
Yeah, I've been reading.
wait, can I
Wow,
help
it was
him?
almost really good.
No, can I help him? I'll be like, hey,
Sure.
you should really try to
Sure.
diversify.
Roll with advantage.
Perfect.
This is how we're starting.
You really,
Yeah.
Got honey.
you really
Walking
have to
around
try
with
to
honey.
diversify your business
Okay.
here, lady. You're not gonna last
It's
for
good.
this
It's good you did that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I got a 10.
He's like, no, the bees are not for rent.
What'd you do
I
with
love
your
this
friend?
voice.
Okay.
No.
Can I just have some of yours?
Oh, sure.
Okay. So, yeah.
Not-
All right, and you all head out. Bye.
Well,
Thank
hold
you
on,
for your
hold on.
patronage.
Damien, is honey anything like chocolate?
You
It's,
have
you know,
it.
I'd
One
say-
sample each. I'm sorry, he already used your sample. You may not try it.
I
Okay.
would. You can.
So, what's your favorite? What's your favorite berry, Blitz?
I have no idea.
Have you
Don't know
have
if
you
it's
tried
bad.
any of
Oh,
Mallory's?
Have you
berries?
tried sunberries?
I suppose
sunberries?
limes. Limes are good.
Limes?
Limes are
I wouldn't
commonly
eat lime
on
honey.
chips.
We have lime honey, and she grabs it, and it's like this vibrant
You don't get
green.
I feel like they would like.
It's like, is it
the
like
flavors would
it's
probably
like
contrast.
Jell-O.
How did you flavor your honey?
We use limes and bee honey.
Bee
I
honey.
suppose that
As
makes
opposed to the
sense.
other honey.
Okay.
Look, you,
on another thought. What?
you can just try mine.
Dude.
I mean, we-
Bee
it's-
bear.
Oh, okay. That sounds
It's
good.
actually interesting you asked. It's like she has the most like uninteresting
I'm
voice.
pushing everyone
As she
out.
like starts to like.
Right.
Actually,
not-
it
okay,
depends
no,
on
it's
the
okay.
bear.
Is she,
How-
is she
how-
not
how
looking
the
at the free sample?
What?
But is she not looking at the barrel?
Yeah,
right
she's
now?
talking to Blitz.
Okay, can I
now.
try to pick it up and walk out with it?
I see him out of the corner. of
Roll
my eye.
sleight of hand.
Perfect.
I see him.
fine,
Okay, and I'm
For
gonna
stealth,
try
I
and
guess it's
distract
like
him.
it's
In
as big as your
itself?
body.
Oh shit.
Can he roll advantage because I'm
Sure,
like,
sure,
I'm
sure.
engaging in
Okay,
conversation.
Oh god.
It's the accent.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Why do
Wait,
you
what was
want
it?
this
You said
piece
stealth?
Stealth, yeah.
Bee
Oh,
honey.
I'm like totally down here.
We just have
As opposed to
rooms like food
Okay,
on
that
the
is
background, like, you know.
a 17.
Oh,
Oh.
come on, baby.
So you've seen her. She's actually pretty. Like she's scouting this place.
Oh,
But since Blitz mentioned how the honey is made, she is so engrossed. She's like, actually, it's funny you should mention it, and like locks eye, and you see these sunken, just beady eyes And she's like, it actually depends on the berry. Some berries like limes, we just mix in with
I'm
them.
already trying to get out.
But some berries, like sunberries, we actually feed to the bees before they make the
This
honey.
is quite gross.
Yes.
Has he,
I'm
has
kind of
he
like,
left the tent now?
Bump sneaks out the tent.
I'm doing this
As
to
much
you.
as I would like to
No, wrap it
continue
up.
discussing,
Wrap it up.
discussing bee honey, I must take my leave.
Oh, all right. Thank you for your patronage. And she like turns to, and as you're all like walking out of the tent, you hear, "What?"
Run! We are criminals.
Dude, this is awful.
It's like a big bowl of popcorn. I'm just like,
It's like as long
Going
as
to be like,
it's big.
I'm like a criminal now. I work for the government, and this is what you're doing to me.
They did say free.
Well,
One
and
one
also,
sample. You can have my sample.
Thank you.
I gotta have your sample.
We all
Thank
give
you.
him.
You didn't do anything. You're fine.
True.
He
True.
takes a pretty big sample now, so
Can I have
we
your
all
sample
give him our
too?
sample.
Thank you.
When you think about it, the sample is relative to the size of your mouth and your body. So Bloom's a pretty big guy.
So as you guys
I'm
have,
huge.
As
so
we're
as
saying,
you
it's
guys
at the
have spent,
entrance.
spent a little bit of time in
I'm
this
pretty big.
random honey tent, you've seen life in the street is busy. It is getting to hours where plenty of patrons are walking through. People are getting business. There's the beginnings of lines at some shops. And actually, as you kind of like weave through the tents, it gets a little tight in some areas. Like some people like squeeze like right past you and like bump you on the shoulder, and like you're just kind of like all like packed through as you're like walking through tents.
I'm
Uh,
feeling
I
for
have
all
my
my
gear on,
belongings.
right?
Do I have everything?
I have my gear on, right?
Everyone roll
Everyone.
perception.
Yeah.
Perception.
No.
Perception.
Oh, dude, I'm so wise.
Come on. Come on. Perception.
Oh!
We're in the same
Can I
boat,
just
think.
rely on my passive,
Okay.
which is 15?
Plus 3.
No.
Okay.
I guess it makes sense.
Oh!
Oh,
24.
God
24.
7.
damn. 9.
Oh no, you have all our gold.
Oh my god, I
So
have
that
all the
one.
money.
Natural 1 for Blum. You two rolled 24s?
Yes.
You notice everything that you have is still on your person. The rest of you, you don't seem to notice anything out of the ordinary.
I'm far too busy.
I don't.
Yeah, Blum is really. He's like over this barrel. He like. That's how he checks for his belongings.
Does anyone, like, obviously feel someone bump into me?
You plenty of people have bumped into.
Can you like?
One random person, I grab them.
Okay.
Damn.
All right.
What do they look
So you,
like?
they actually
Why
have.
are you asking that, huh? Huh? Huh?
Yeah, man, not cool.
They're actually they are
Exaggerated.
a genasi. It appears to be an air genasi, and they have like really like light blue hair over just like pale white skin. And she kind of stops and, yes.
Listen, I know that it's very busy on the street, but you have to mind your manners, okay? You just bumped into me.
Damien!
And
that is
it's true.
Do you want some honey?
I didn't bump into anyone.
She like
Sad.
reaches into the honey. Oh, that is terrible.
Excuse me. I don't
I'm
think
so sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's you know
Don't
what?
give him
It's
any.
okay.
Right.
Yeah,
It's okay.
don't
Just go
mind
about
my
your
friend.
It's okay.
Let's go.
Oh,
We're good, yeah.
So sorry. And she just like
I'm gonna
goes.
reach for my coin pouch to maybe like give her a piece of silver or something because Damien's such a.
As you reach for your coin pouch, it's there. You can pull stuff out of it.
I'll pull out a.
I
silver
reach
stone.
for mine.
It's still there.
I'm sorry.
In fact, all of you reach for your coin pouches, and they are all still on your person.
Oh no.
I open
They just
mine.
stole
Let
my
me
You're gonna be like,
see.
I
No,
reached for my
and
bow.
they feel
Well, I would assume I feel that.
they feel roughly the same weight as they did before.
I give her silver for her troubles.
Bow's still there.
You all walk through the streets. You kind of like step out of the cobblestone, catching your breath for a second. It's not surrounded here.
Well, I guess if this is gonna be our last day here, is there anything else we need to check up on? Like, I'd like to see if the library's having any more issues, or
Yeah.
True.
Could
I-
try to murder that one guy that
I
arrested us.
am.
oh,
We're in the river that leads into the sea.
You are on. So there's the road and the river, and the marketplace sits in between the two.
So would there be like a shipwright,
I'm sorry.
like a somewhere?
You could
Where
buy
ships
it,
are.
Buy a ship.
No.
Or boats.
So not here. You had seen when you walked to the eastern side of the city, where the college is. The river slopes down, and there is a dock down at the
Okay,
bottom.
that's what I mean.
There's like
it's
a
in the city.
waterfall. So at the far east side of the city.
Okay. But I'm going to see about possibly sourcing us a boat of some kind.
Oh, we do have a wagon too if you want to go by land.
You do own a wagon.
Do we
Still
own-
We have a
stuff-
wagon.
We
Do we
still
have any
stuff
horses
outside
left?
the Shivering Inn.
Yeah.
We do have two.
What do you think they want?
We could
I don't know,
put
it's been
the
2
wagon-
weeks.
We
Well,
could
if we're
put the
gonna-
wagon on the ship.
Oh,
He's right.
And
we
the
need a
horses.
pretty big ship.
Yes.
Well,
Big boat.
I would really like to stop by some sort of weapon shop, just like really quickly.
And with the type of
A
gold we
weapon
have right
shop?
now,
I'll go with you.
Do you think it's buying ship type of gold? that we have?
That is a good point.
No.
I would go ahead and roll history for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the wealth, or I guess the value of the currency is.
Bro.
10.
Yes. You just recently started reading
That's
books.
I would say that's as you are a docksman, you don't necessarily know how much it costs. You know you probably do not have enough to buy something even remotely nice. You could maybe buy like a rowboat, but as far as like a ship, you collectively probably do not have nearly enough.
Yes. I suppose that might be something in the future.
So should we go by land?
Well,
Suppose that's our
It
only
would
option.
be.
could we buy
long
passage on the
ride.
ship?
That's true.
Yes, that's a good idea.
But we do have a wagon with horses.
I think they'll
Could
charge like an extra fee for that.
Most, if they even have room. I mean, those ships get very packed.
Mm.
I'm not sure.
Whisper to Damien. How hard do you think it is to hijack a ship?
Don't.
You know, you don't hear this. If I were to guess, it depends on the size of the ship, how many crew there are.
Yeah.
Also, how many passengers are being transported, because then we have to deal with them as well. It's not just the crew; it's about the passengers
Also,
that
do
are
you
already
know
there.
how to work a ship?
Yeah. But also,
Do I?
I've read.
No, you do not.
Oh.
Damn it! It was a nat
It's a
19.
wasted-
I wasted it.
It's a
I'm sorry.
wasted good
It is.
I'm not
It
proficient.
is a proficiency.
Yeah, I'm not proficient. Okay.
No, but like I saw this book, and by book I mean this video.
What's a
I read
video?
I read this book
Okay.
recently about pirates, and I saw that because of the game theory of it, most ships just give up their people when, of course, by pirates.
So here's the thing. I've already committed multiple crimes at this point, and I don't think I should be doing that. Like, with my line of work right now, like, it's kind of, you know, like I said earlier, I kind of work for the government, that I'm now a criminal, like, too. Like, I just kind of let that happen. He just stole all this honey. I said nothing.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. Dan. I'm
So,
sorry.
Anyway, so we probably can't afford it. You're probably
What
right.
was that?
Let me know if you put the barrel down.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to try something.
I'll let it down when I finish it.
Yeah, you
Before-
just like the next
yeah.
few minutes.
Before
just,
you
like,
finish,
it actually is pretty shallow.
Yeah.
Like towards the
How
top,
often
there's
is
like
the
just a
lighter
wood
illusion?
point. It's not a whole.
Oh, okay.
it
Just keep
fell,
doing
it
it.
fell off a long time ago. Way
Oh,
ago.
okay.
What?
So the barrel looks like shit again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Does he care?
Still eating.
I'm
No,
not
he-
looking at it anymore.
Yeah. Before you finish, can I make one of them taste good with precipitation?
Oh.
Do it.
Yeah, just one.
You
one
make one bite,
handful.
just tastes like golden honey. So soothing.
I spit it out.
Did you spit it on him?
And
Yeah.
like precipitation clean myself.
I put it down now after that last bite.
Precipitation. Kill myself.
Am I suffering?
Okay.
I slam it down. I'm very mad now.
Okay, you slam out the barrel.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
Really productive guy.
That's 14.
14.
Oh no.
So you slam the barrel down, and you notice, in what kind of garb are you wearing again?
No.
Like no shirt. It's like you have
It's-
like pants,
Do we
Yeah, it's,
have
got,
to
it's
wait
like pants. It's like a tank.
No,
and like and you have these like
Yeah.
things around. So as you had this giant barrel in your
The
hands,
kobolds are here.
walking across the street. What are you guys doing?
Look at
Oh, the map.
Yeah.
As you had this giant barrel in your
We did go my
hands,
land.
it was difficult to kind of like feel anything. Like it's just like you're huge.
True.
Plus, you're huge in general.
Yeah.
But as you set it down, you notice, as you like kind of like like do one of these, like looking at your finished barrel.
Oh, was
honey,
I robbed?
There is something in your back pocket. And it is actually the note that's sitting in your pocket right now.
In my
In your
pocket?
pocket.
Wait, what?
that everyone has been able to see since the beginning of the video.
Yeah.
And now you can rewind and see how it has been visible.
Guys,
Oh my
Blake is a
God.
magician. We didn't know this. What?
Did you
Wait,
Go ahead and
that
take
was
it
the
off at
coolest
some
thing
point?
I've ever
Go ahead
seen.
and take it off. Go
I
ahead.
did give it to him. I thought he was like.
Go ahead and take it out and read it.
Can you read it aloud?
Oh wait, guys, there's I got a note or something.
No.
Dear strangers, we have heard of your work dealing with the escaped Remoras in the divination archives and would like to hire your services for ourselves. We cannot explain too much in detail now, but the short of it is we are looking to breach the sealed off necromancy wing of the college. Please meet us in the condemned infirmary under the south tower of the conjoined sundown tonight. At sundown tonight.
Hell yes.
If you are interested, and we will explain ourselves further. D. Rory Enya.
What was the last?
Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Cool.
That was great.
Shows on Des.
Thank you.
Oh, kind of looks like Des.
You can see the excitement in my face at this point. Yes.
Undead,
For the
you
first
say.
time.
I mean,
Forbidden magic, you say?
what about those suspicious students?
That was crazy.
Those were suspicious students. Did we?
How did this
Oh yeah, I guess we didn't resolve that.
No.
Wait, Kasha, you're right.
That was pretty.
Those are probably done.
So, question. My sketchbook hasn't lit up over the past 2 weeks. It's quiet.
It's mostly been other work, like not in the city. You kind of like see when people are taking jobs. Nope, nothing.
Nothing
For
like
you.
assigned to me or anything.
Nothing assigned to you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's more sporadic.
Yeah.
It just kind of like as things pop up, and in Inkbury, nothing dramatic has happened that the guards haven't been able to deal with.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
You know. Part of me really wants to check that out because I'm very curious as to what's going on there.
But Blitz, do you have a problem staying one more day?
No. You mentioned necromancy?
Yes.
Yes, it says the sealed off necromancy
Yes, yes.
wing of the
Is it
college.
sealed off?
They're looking to breach.
Well, we
Right.
can
Breach.
go and just see.
What in the hell is behind that?
I don't know, but don't you want to find out?
We
It's
can
gonna be
go
great.
find out what exactly it is, and if it doesn't sound like it's up our alley, then we can leave.
In the
I
back of my-
I
understand.
think it's gonna be up our alley.
Yeah, in the back of my head, I'm like, there's a reason they sealed that off, but I want to see what's
I
behind it.
know.
Well, I feel like we have all proved ourselves to be capable. I don't see why we shouldn't.
Can't be worse than the Remoras, right?
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that?
We're gonna all die.
So, as you all kind of stand there in the streets, are you doing anything else?
I think this is pretty cool. I
Is
kind
there
of want
a-
to find out what's going on.
It says sundown.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So,
You know what
Wait.
I will say? No, continue.
no, go ahead.
You're very good at reading. Like, that kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad, he taught me.
Look,
You
can I
know.
see it for a sec?
Of course,
Can I
yeah.
take it? But also take it in real life.
IRL.
So first off, I'm gonna look at it and memorize it. Can I do
Okay.
that? And then I'm gonna put up some flame to it. See if anything happens.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
You just put some flame up to it. The end starts to catch fire, but you don't see any
Nothing.
hidden writing, nothing like that.
Okay. I'll burn it.
What are you doing?
Oh, don't worry about it. I have it memorized. I guess it's better if we don't have this paper. Who knows? As far as I know, these people wouldn't be the most officially liked
Oh,
around here.
okay. I guess.
I'm sorry though. I can tell you the note back to back.
No, it's fine. It's okay. I promise I'm fine.
Can you actually burn it though?
Right now.
Do we
Yeah,
have
let's get an open flame in here. Well,
I'm not a mercenary.
prop crew. I'll do it.
Don't.
I'll destroy it.
Please.
Yeah, I'll burn it. I'm just built.
Please don't actually destroy it.
Okay. What are you all doing? It is. It's morning still.
I mean, is there anything we need to do around town? Like,
Weapon shop.
Oh, well, what? Come at a bad time. Fuck.
I mean,
Pardon?
What did you just say?
That's our one.
frick. Let's go to the weapon shop.
I'm gonna kind of pull Kasha aside.
Oh dear.
Kasha, it's been 2 weeks and I still can't find Celeste. I don't know where she is, and I don't really want to go back to Melusina Moonflower, but I don't know where else we might learn anything, and I'm scared to leave
Right.
without knowing anything. And do you think it would be a good idea to go back?
You know, actually, we'll try Miss Moonflower, and then if we don't find anything, we can see some other psychic, or maybe there's someone at the school we can talk to. I don't know much about anything like that, but we can. I think it's worth it to go back.
Okay.
Is that where you all are headed? At
We'll
least
go
the two
back
of you?
to.
Where are the rest of you following?
I'm gonna tell Damien that's where we're going.
Well, Damien, Blanc, you're going to the weapon shop. You two are seeing Miss Moonflower. Malik?
What do Malik and Blitz have in common?
Nothing.
Somewhat magical. I'd argue we're two of the most. Should we,
So, Blitz, we're going to the to the school later today, right? How about we go over there and do some snooping before?
You have a passive perception of what?
15.
Oh, that's a scary question.
Go ahead and roll a perception check, actually. Since you can both roll perception checks. As you're looking around for what to do.
15.
I gotta get my freaking...
Exactly
Wow.
average.
Oh!
Ooh.
21.
Whoa!
Well,
Thanks for the weighted dice. Yeah.
So,
these aren't really
you...
informative.
Yeah, hold on. Can't find my notes. I will come back to you in just a second.
Pull out some more of my will.
You two, Alice and I cannot handle you.
Our one-man tech
I
crew is
can't
being a
handle
little
you.
distracting today.
I can't do it.
What are you doing, man?
I've been staring at him eating, what is it, a mask?
Yeah.
For the past, 20 minutes.
Horrible.
The CDC
beautiful.
is quaking.
Yeah, we'll fix this in post, don't worry about it.
We'll figure. Okay, so Kasha and Alice, you head to Melusina Moonflower's shop. It is got the it's like the large tent with like the like dome-like structure in the back, and it has like a dark blue and lavender color scheme, and it has the beads that come down the front, and you peel them back, and you're met with a little bit strange of a sight. No one is there. What are you doing?
Laughing at.
What?
Please cut this out. I don't know. You said a lot of things. Alex and I kept looking at each other.
They can't behave.
I'm gonna choke on my will.
We've been away from each other too long.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Cut this out. Cut it out. Please actually cut it out.
Don't cut it. Leave it in.
Who does that?
You see in Melusina Moonflower's tent, no one is there.
Oh.
Is there anything?
Is there a sign that's like out to lunch or something?
No, it's.
Decent question.
Yes, actually, you didn't notice that.
Yeah, she's actually there. I lied. Hey. So you see, as you look around, it's looks strange. These seem to be like prime morning hours. There's like tons of patrons, and you see people filtering by, like looking in like through the beads and like not seeing anything there, and just like passing by. You know, like potential customers. It would be strange for her not to be here, especially without a note. There is no note. Go ahead and one of you roll an investigation check for me.
Should have gone. Yeah.
I don't know. What is that?
Or actually,
I have a plus.
I guess both of you can if you're
Okay.
both looking around the shop.
Does that mean we get advantage because we're helping each other?
One can roll with advantage or both.
I got an 11.
And a 4.
So no. Either one roll with advantage or both if you roll.
So,
Oh.
You So, as you look around the shop, I would say an 11 is enough to notice that it looks like nobody planned to leave this place alone. So there's still like when she had done her psychic thing, there are still things on her little table just kind of scattered about. It's not really cleaned up. It's not like closed up for the night. And then she just didn't return this morning. In fact, you see a few like papers, one of them being like almost like a receipt of sorts. And it's like a quill like sitting next to it, like ink still wet. It seems very much like an abrupt leave, but you don't notice anything other than that.
Is there like a desk or a back room or?
The back room mostly just has kind of like supplies. You go in there and it's just some of the wares she sells on top of her kind of psychic medium thing. It doesn't seem to be anything strange in there.
You said there were some like papers laying around?
Yeah, like as if someone was just about to write.
Oh,
kind of like a first stroke was taken.
Nothing good happened here.
Do you think she was bought out?
Bought out? I think you'd clean up if you were bought out. Or at least finish writing whatever this is. You said the ink was still wet?
The ink is still wet.
She can't be far. We can ask around, see if anyone's seen her. I don't know, is there any sign of struggle?
With an 11 investigation, no. You don't really see anything hinting either way.
Alright, we need to find some answers for you. And I guess she can't be far. Shoot.
Do we know anyone who might be able to find her?
Meanwhile.
Meanwhile, ...
Can I like...
Wait, what? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was trying to crawl. Alex, you're out of frame.
Of course he's out of frame.
That's a Dilbo joke right there.
Wow.
Why would...
Just tell him.
Cut
Can
this
I-
out, cut this
Where
out,
were we
cut
at?
this out.
I don't know, like step outside and...
You don't see Moonflower, you don't see anything weird happening. There's no like kidnapping.
Kidnapping.
There's nothing happening outside.
Well, damn.
You said all her stuff is still there? Mm-hmm. Can I sit down in front of her like crystal wall? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna like
roll Arcana for me.
Whoa.
I'll
This
hop
can
back
go
in.
very well or very bad.
I believe in
She
you.
does.
I love it.
You feel a sort of presence from it, but it is unclear how it works. It's not just like an autonomous thing. You have to kind of be there with it. Like not just anyone can just run it. So nothing really happens.
Okay. Is there anything, other weird things there? That...
Yeah, I mean, like in the back, like she sells like tarot cards and just like general like tea cups with like leaves that like spell out your fortune. Kind of all pretty themed similarly.
Are there like books or scrolls or anything about?
There's
spirits
like a
or-
few like documentation like of like what inventory she has. But not like interesting. I would say nothing interesting of like book or scroll nature.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take that crystal ball. Probably a horrible idea, but maybe she'll come back and be like, "Oh, where's my crystal ball?" and connect to it somehow, and we'll know that she's okay. And I guess no one else can take it. And then maybe we can figure this out, and we can find Celeste, and I don't want you to be without Celeste. I don't really know what to do. We can ask anyone else if... I mean, it's just weird that the Shivering Ent was just bought out and someone was abruptly...
3 days ago, yes. Just as a reminder, it didn't happen like right then, but yes.
Still, it's strange. We can try and find someone else. Maybe this all connects to what's happening at the school. Somehow. We can visit the divination floor, see if anyone knows her. We're gonna be there anyway.
You're disappearing everyone.
Okay.
After we got
That
Sorry.
sounds...
Sure.
No, thank you. Thank you for taking me, and thank you for having a plan.
I'm taking the crystal ball.
Okay, add a crystal ball to your inventory. Back to Malik and Blitz. You had rolled a 21 in perception.
Whoa.
So as Damien and Blump start to head out, and Alice and Cassius start to head out, kind of going their separate ways, you two kind of look around for a second, just kind of get your surroundings, and you, Malik, actually see. Blitz, you're mainly focused on like kind of like what buildings are nearby. You see on the other side of the river, which is kind of the wealthier district. Usually you can't see much. It's pretty distant. You can't see like names of buildings. But you see what appears to be some source of fire, very small, like a very, very small flame, like hold it in the palm of your hand. Floating above one building. And underneath this fire, there is a large banner facing the other way. So that's kind of what you see. It was definitely not there before, and this banner is connected to the building. It's very difficult to see from this distance.
First off, point it off to Blitz. But
Very hard to see.
Yep.
second off, up here, Luna. Mara.
Okay, so your snowy owl appears in your arm.
Who we still haven't named.
Yeah, Luna. What's her name?
Mm.
We named her?
Oh,
Good name.
I guess.
Oh, wait,
it's been a
really?
while. Yeah, it's Luna.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, Queen.
But
I think we said it. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe I just spoiled it for you. I'm sorry.
Animal Vision. Blitz, make sure no one bumps into me, please. And then I'm gonna go over there.
Yeah,
take a
sure.
look at it.
The owl flies off over the river. It's a very serene scene, actually, over this river. It's a very peaceful river, and you see people on both sides milling about. As she flies, you see, as you get closer to the flame, you see it appears to be a candle that is not attached to anything, that is in the sky above this banner. And this is attached to like a building. It's a relatively small building, but as you fly around, Luna sees that this says "The Floating Candle" in large letters, grand opening.
Oh.
And you see people milling in and out of it.
Ooh.
Of the building below it.
But it looks like a normal business, right?
Yeah. It has kind of like it's nicer architecture than overall in River South, but it's like a wooden building, and it has these nice like glass kind of like outshoots, almost like dome in shape, and a few of them have candles floating like amidst the windows, and they have certain like knickknacks. It's hard to tell what they're for or what they do. Like there's like almost like an old-fashioned like genie style lamp that seems like a little cliche. There's like just like a book that it feels like they're advertising some really random like household objects
You have
in
my
these
attention, but
windows.
now I have my interest. Yeah, so
Good quote.
Luna flies back.
Okay.
Send their way. Tell everything to Blitz.
You said they are advertising.
Random stuff.
Sure.
Wanna go check it out?
Why not?
Yeah.
Nothing better to do until sundown, I suppose.
That's fair.
So you two head over there and you cross the bridge.
That is not in the key.
That you go through the. You overthrow the government before you get to there. So,
Blitzy, you want to try it with me?
we'll jump now to Damien and Blomf as you two head to the weapons store. Are you looking for a specific one?
Whatever looks, the nicest
Like
from the outside.
River South, where you are now?
Yeah.
Okay, or like a nicer one on the other side.
Oh.
Do you want to go to the nicer part of town to get something that's more, I don't know, expensive maybe?
Kinda.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do it.
Don't look at me. Don't look at what I'm doing.
Hey.
Don't look at me.
Right.
You have no idea what I'm checking, alright? You're gonna be checking, like, lore. I don't know.
It's not like beef jerky.
Weapon shop
Sounds like
lore.
turkey.
Okay, perfect. So you two head over to a place on the northern side of town, correct?
Yeah.
And you cross the bridge, and you are ahead of Blitz and Malik at this point. But you go over to this nice. The building appears to have like a lot of metal in its architecture. It's mostly like white, almost like marble, with like these metal like accented parts above the door. Very nice. And these metal double doors, and there is a like metal, almost like tin, dragon's snout like sitting above the door, and like in these grand golden letters that are like lined. It says the Brass Dragon.
Brass dragon.
This looks like a good place to be.
I think this is the one. You want to go inside?
Yeah.
All right, so you go in, and there's actually quite a few patrons in there, at least for a small, like it's a niche industry like this, just like weapon making for like commoners. But there's like 11 or 12 people just kind of like perusing. But you go in, and the walls are like lined with beautiful swords and axes and shields. And there are a few like stands with some really nice armor on them. And then there are glass display cases with some more, some better pieces that are more like specially made and handcrafted.
What do you want?
Well, I came here looking for a hand crossbow. However, if there's something fancy,
There are all kinds of weapons. You'll be able
Oh,
to.
that's awesome.
if they have anything special, maybe I don't know, magic. Would be a good find. But I don't know if they do that sort of thing here.
Is there like a shopkeeper?
Yes, there is. So he is actually working with someone else at a glass case. It is a dragonborn man, and he appears to be like pitch black tone, and he has a golden monocle and like a very fancy attire that has like lines of gold down it.
This guy is stylish.
One
he's
moment,
stunning.
and he's kind of helping. If you'll see here in the fine detail, and he finishes up with this customer who thinks better than to buy this. Yes, welcome to the Brass Dragon. How may I help you?
Hey, what's
today?
that?
He kind of like looks you up and down, almost like judging what you're wearing.
Oh wow.
Not as much you. You're kind of like you have pretty nice clothes on, but you're like not even wearing a shirt.
Middle class.
I mean, I'm flexing. If I flex, is he more impressed?
Is he?
He kind of like gives you a little like
Oh, okay. All right.
dismissive head nod. Are you looking for anything specific today, or just peruse?
Well, I am, but do you have anything, I don't know, special that might gauge my interest?
What do you mean by that? We have many special things in the Brass Dragon. You're going to have to be more specific.
Well, I don't know. Do you have anything enchanted? Anything magical?
Oh, that's a good one.
Are you two together?
Yes, we're in a
We are.
relationship.
Perhaps nothing
Well-
in your price range.
Well,
What?
Oh.
you'd be surprised.
Would I?
You would.
All right.
It's gonna be a lot.
He brings you over to
A lot of money.
4,000.
a display case with this beautiful What are you looking for? What kind of armor?
Well, I was looking for a hand crossbow, but I just
You're
told
looking for armor though. Did you ask him for armor?
I just said anything that might
You
gauge
said
my
enchanted
interest.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said enchanted armor. Sorry. He brings you over to this very nice. It's just like it is a beautiful, what appears to be a great sword. And the hilt is like for such a heavy object. It looks so delicate. And it has like all these like amazing like ornamentation. And the handle is metal, but it reminds you of almost like obsidian. It is just like pitch black metal.
You're not gonna afford this.
And just
Not
like
at all.
silver down the blade. And it almost like gleams with this like light, and you see etched in, not in color, but also in black, is just these like runes down the blade.
What does it do?
This is the finest blade we have of the brass dragon.
Well, what does it do?
Well, I suppose anything a normal blade would do, just a little bit easier.
Oh. How much for it?
This piece is up for negotiation, but it will run you about, let's say, 4,500 gold pieces.
It wasn't too far off.
Oh my goodness gracious.
We may be interested. Not today.
All right.
Pretty cool though. How'd they make it?
This piece was acquired by the Brass Dragon. This is not a specially made piece, but I can assure you, the Obsidian Needle, as it's called, is one of notable name within the surrounding territories. But of course, if you can't afford it.
Well, it's not that. We have checked out a lot of businesses.
We could bring you to something
Okay.
a little more in your price range. What specifically are you looking for?
I mean, I was just looking for some sort of hand crossbow, some bolts.
Sure, we have things like that. Just regular.
Nothing else enchanted here? Just this?
No, of course
Item.
there's more enchanted here, but you seem shocked by the price.
Shocked at how cheap it was, quite frankly. To be completely honest with you.
He's like, all right, yeah, mate.
I was just admiring
He
the
leads you
craftsmanship.
over to a larger
I've not been able
display
to finish
case,
that.
and this one is a suit of armor that's laying down. It appears to be just it is like white and silver. This one doesn't appear to be like as like that one had like a foreboding presence, but like this one is like pretty. It's a very elegant piece of armor, but it seems to be like reasonable.
Wow, how much for this one?
This piece will run about 600 gold.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
It's more on our price range.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Cool. I don't have like.
Does it just look like breastplate? Just like
No, it looks.
plates?
It seems to have a bit of a gleam to it. Seems to have some enchantment.
Protection 4.
It has
Unbreaking.
some breaking.
Mending.
It seems to be enchanted some.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your next thing?
What else
Of
do you
lower
have?
price.
Lower tier.
Keep going down the price range.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that's the cheapest enchanted piece of weaponry or armor that we sell here. But perhaps I could interest you in more common wares. A hand crossbow you had mentioned.
Yes.
Well, we can do that. He brings you over to a shelf of just like light crossbows and 50 gold pieces for a hand crossbow.
Seems like a lot.
You can tell they're probably
It's
overcharging.
it's bougie.
And you see etched into the handle is what?
It's just funny, like you're paying for the name.
Etched in the handle is the snout that you had seen on the outside. It's brass.
I mean, it looks
In the
cool,
wood.
It's pretty cool.
but is it worth it? Probably not. That'd be a third of my paycheck that I just got. Don't think it's wise. I'm saying this in front of him, by the way. You know, what sets you apart from the shop downtown?
In River South, you mean?
Yes.
Well, I've never been asked that. I assumed it spoke for itself, but the Brass Dragon is the most noteworthy armorsmith and weaponsmith in the Southstead.
I've never heard of it.
Yes, well, we are acclaimed. We are the proud makers of the Knight's Guard armor and weaponry here in the city of Inkbury. Perhaps you have seen their gleaming white and black armor with the crescent moon. That was all handmade right here in our shop.
I've actually seen that armor up close. It's pretty impressive.
You make it?
Yes.
You?
Not me specifically.
Yeah, what do you do?
He kind of like fixes his monocle. Well, I am one of the people on the floor here at the Brass Dragon. I mostly work in sales.
That's cool.
Oh, God, I hate to say this. Does it look like there's any like magical defenses around any of this equipment that might prevent someone from taking it?
To the dark side.
I don't want to be a criminal.
Come to the dark
I
side.
know. I just want to make sure.
I mean, I'll steal
Roll
something.
Arcana. You do see there are other sales people milling about.
Right.
Have you ever been into like a suit shop and they like take you like tie shopping?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the vibe you get.
8.
It's hard to tell, but from common sense,
Probably.
River South might not. This something as high like grade as this one might. It would be probable.
Not gonna do it. I just thought about it.
Do you have any battle axes?
Yes, just run of the mill.
No.
You know what?
Cool.
Let's just go back to River South. It's not worth it here.
Yeah, I thought it'd be
Kinda
really
like
cool
scoffs.
here. I heard so much good things about this place and everything, but I mean, coming here, I mean, come on.
I thought you had not heard of us.
Oh.
You kind of messed up there. Well,
Shut up! I run out.
Silence.
Goodbye.
All right. So the two of you finish up there. Blitz and Malik.
This is good,
we'll
good,
jump
good
back
usage
to you.
of time, I
Yes.
think.
As you have crossed the bridge and you are meeting up with a crowd that is walking into. You now see the banner says the Floating Candle Grand Opening.
And I look at it. Is it like a magic trinket shop?
It seems to be precisely that. Yes. As you walk in, you see it is very reminiscent of like an old like vintage library. That you kind of get the smell of like old books, like used parchment and ink. And as you walk in, there's plenty of people milling about. This is a grand opening. There are tons of people behind like this awesome like counter that kind of like has like a square, almost like bar type thing where there are people standing like trading gold for various different trinkets. There's like a pretty large line of people waiting, and you see just like everything's just kind of like placed somewhere. Usually it has like a little tin pedestal that it sits on, and there are just all these different just trinkets around.
I'm a kid in a candy store. You know, all of them.
Now, like, what kind of place is this?
Malik's like.
And you see,
wide-eyed.
and you see,
This is great.
it is dotted with in the air candles. That is how the store is lit. That float in the air.
Malik, all I'm seeing is old books, lamps.
Oh,
Why would we?
you don't understand, my friend. These little objects are the fun side of magic, as I call them.
This is a fun side.
Yes. They're mostly harmless little trinkets that do various effects. That can come in quite handy in our line of work from time to time. We should check them out.
It's fine by me.
Okay, and that's precisely what you were doing. So you're just kind of like walking around.
I'm looking at what I assume there's like a description of what they do.
There is a little name plaque next to each one, and that is all there is.
Can I? How do I say? Is there lightning stuff without saying that?
Yeah. So you guys start to peruse. The first item that kind of strikes your eye is a little. There's a little pouch.
That's good.
And the name plaque says Heward's Handy Spice Pouch. It appears to be a pouch like you would put on your belt.
See, like this one, Blitz. 9 out of 10 probably has an endless supply of spice inside.
I feel like Set could destroy
As you
any trade.
turn around, you are met with like up against your like face, like right behind you, glowing red eyes. And as you take a moment, this is a helmet with glowing red eyes, and this person takes it off, and it is like the cheesiest like wizard guy, like he's wearing just like a purple robe, and he's like, "Hi, welcome to the floating candle. This is our dread helm. One of the that's a big sword there. Sorry about that." And he kind of places it back up on the shelf, and it has a little name plaque, dread helm.
My badge kind of scared the shit out of me.
I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to. I saw you looking at our spice pouch.
Yeah. Hey, I assume you know what it does, huh? You mind telling us?
Oh, well, I think the name kind of speaks for itself. Reach into that pouch, you can pick one of any spice you can really imagine. Flavor your food anytime you would like.
Malik, I feel like that kind of was obvious. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, if you come this way, this one is kind of like a bugle. It's called the Horn of Silent Alarm. Well, this one might strike your fancy as you seem to be somewhat of adventurers yourself. This one will you can blow into this horn, and basically anyone that you choose, just one person will be able to hear the horn sound, but nobody else will be able to. So if you need to do a stealth mission or anything like that, you can blow into this thing, and
how much would something like that be?
Yeah, this one will run you only 30 gold. Pretty handy little item to have around the team.
I have 22.
I have like 110.
Okay, so you're my sugar daddy.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
But
I mean, I feel like I want to peruse it all.
Yeah,
it's perfect. Definitely. Well, if you'll follow me this way, are you two looking for anything more like a household, maybe like a family type situation?
Combat?
I don't want to. All right. That's good too.
My friend here is looking for anything that could have some treats.
Sure. Well, if you come over, he didn't listen to what you said. if you come over this way, we have and there's one. There's an arrow lodged into this tin pedestal, and it says, where's the name?
I think what they mean.
Unbreakable arrow. It says, this arrow, you can shoot as many times as you like. I promise it won't break. Tested by our very best professionals right here in our shop. Well, right outside the back. Don't want to shoot the customers.
Can I have a go at it really fast?
No, what are you going to do with it?
I'm just going to try to break it really fast.
Using my hands. Yeah, sure. Don't do anything dangerous.
Yeah, I try to break it over my knee.
Yeah, it does not budge at all.
It was 8 strength.
I see some potential here. Oh yeah, 8 strength. I'm like,
Sure, that one only run you. That one will run you about 10 gold. One of our more affordable items in the shop.
10 gold?
Yeah, we're having a grand opening sale.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You just made a
something
sale.
nice for
Yeah, you just made a sale, my good man.
That is. And he shakes your hand.
Yeah.
And you pass him 10 gold.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't have to wait in line.
You have an unbreakable arrow. This arrow cannot be broken except if it is within an anti-magic field. So unless something dispels a magic, it cannot break.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey,
Unbreakable arrow?
Go right on, my good man. I seem interested in most of the things you show me.
Awesome. Well, do you ever find yourself maybe in caves, maybe underground? This little orb right here, and you see an orb. It appears to have the insignia of a clock on the inside. This is called the Orb of Time, and basically what this does is it kind of acts like a compass always tells you if it's north. This one always tells you what time of day it is.
So it's a clock.
It's a clock.
He's getting more.
I might as well just buy a stopwatch.
He's like visibly sweating.
I might as well just buy a stopwatch, no?
All right, yeah, no. That's
that was one of the weaker ones. But
okay.
keep going.
All right.
Listen. I'm somewhat of a aggressive person. Someone might say.
Now this is the first item you haven't liked. He's like visibly like he's down on himself. Like
This is a funny character.
All right. Well, if you follow me this way, you look to be the type of people that like to maybe set up camp for the night.
That is not what I just said. All right.
But keep going.
All right. Well, I like that sword you got there, but you know what would be cooler if that sword glowed, man. This is the Moon Touch sword. It glows.
You mean
Excellent.
it's light a cantrip? Yeah, it's okay. So I'm gonna be like so like this, and I'm gonna draw my sword out and cast light as a cantrip on the sword and just hold it out.
Oh yeah, he takes the sword off the pedestal. It looks the exact same, except yours is like way cooler. Like his looks like a cheap knockoff. He's like,
It's a glow stick.
Yeah.
It's a close.
I look at your sword, I look at his sword, I look at back.
he's like,
Huh.
yeah, no,
I can see how that might be cool.
yeah, no, all right.
Alright.
Yeah. Well, over here, we got. It takes you over to actually the window to where the book was lying. It's as you see from this side. It looks. It's actually a very nice leather-bound tome. It's like. It is like a heather gray leather. And it's got some like silver ornamentation. This is the Enduring Spellbook. I don't know if either of you kind of strike me as the magic kind of dudes, but
holding my stuff, I look at him.
I just
like,
made a sword glow.
Alright, well, you know, this is the Enduring Spellbook, just kind of like it sounds. It doesn't break. Your pages ever get wet in your spellbook? I bet you deal with that all the time, man.
Not really.
Not for us to entertain.
All right. Well, I bet as your book gets older, deteriorates a little bit. This one doesn't.
It would be kind of awful if it was my book. How much for that?
This is 25 gold pieces.
I'll take it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
He hands you the book.
The hell? Should have gotten the clock.
That is one of a kind.
No.
The clock is better than that. I mean,
No. One of the ways to kill me is to kill that book. I'm really scared of that.
Make him
happening.
completely useless.
Yeah.
okay. All right.
The fastest way to kill if Malik drops in water and that book gets wet, I'm like, can't do anything
But
now,
you've
guys.
got prestidigitation. So do I.
Excuse me. What did you say your name was?
Oh, my name is Flynn.
All right, Flynn. I don't mean to
Fly
offend. This shop might impress the average shopper, but is there anything more impressive?
Oh,
Maybe something you don't show everybody?
you're a heavy hitter. Yeah. You know what? I think I know exactly what you're talking
You
about.
sound like my Cutco. We're getting training manager.
I'm gonna take you into the back. And he takes you through this like door that like plenty of people walk through. Like it's like not like the back. And he opens it, and it's just like the same room on the other side. They just have a door. And he brings you over to a tankard. And it says at the bottom it says the tankard of sobriety. So you mean like can't show this to the regular customers, but this is the good stuff if you want to drink alcohol and not get drunk.
I remember that one.
Is that just the whole point?
See, I'm sorry. You do like getting drunk?
Is that just the point of alcohol?
This might be the wrong item for you then.
Is it the right? Oh, jeez.
So maybe I mistook your. Can you tell me again what you're looking for?
Electricity.
Okay.
You know, sparks like yellow. Sparks.
We don't have anything that like makes me think of that right off the bat. I'm trying to think. No, but maybe we have some like. Are you guys like adventurers?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Flynn, how old are you?
What?
How old are you?
I'm 21, dude.
This is getting more Bill and Ted.
Yeah, it's getting. He's like
Perhaps healing? Some healing items?
I get what you're saying. Like emotional.
No,
Yeah,
no,
All right, step right over here.
No, Bill. Sorry,
This
Flynn.
is the staff of flowers. All right. You ever feel like, oh, I'm down, man. This shop doesn't sell any lightning stuff. That makes me sad. This staff will make a flower sprout wherever and whenever you want.
Do you make a commission? Do you make a commission off of your sales?
Yeah, that's how jobs work. Yeah.
What?
Okay.
There's more flowers in your stuff.
Then
True.
maybe listen first of all.
Right. No. Yeah.
Healing,
Okay. Yeah.
not emotional.
Oh, you
I
mean
don't-
like wounds and stuff?
like if
Okay,
I were to pull
how
out
about
this sword
Flynn, how
and
about this?
stab you in the arm?
Healing. No.
What would you What would you use to heal
Perfect!
yourself? You know.
I am on the same page. All right, come over
We're
here.
on side.
He
It's
brings
on the
you
same page.
to
Natural 10.
no, he's not entirely different. He brings you to a few some robes. That seem like commoners' clothes. And he says, "These are the clothes of mending. You get stabbed in the arm, right through your cloth. Don't have the money to repair it? Have no fear. This stuff can't be ripped, man."
You know, Alex, he's got a point. The clothes heal themselves.
Yeah.
Right. Malik, I feel like we might be done here.
Well, one second. Hey Flynn, how about this? No descriptions, no nothing. Just show me the most expensive thing you have in the store.
The most expensive thing
Yeah.
that we have in the store.
Yeah.
Emotionally.
Not emotionally, not anything. Just most expensive thing. No qualifiers.
All right,
You can do it.
come here, buddy. Come here. Come here.
Okay.
And he's like walking. He's walking towards the back wall of this back shop. This is. It is like take up the entire back wall. Like it's just like a plaque to this thing. It's like mount in like so many layers of glass. We're not really supposed to talk about this, but this is a special deck of cards.
No. Shut up.
It can't be.
There's no name plaque or anything.
Okay.
And
Are you serious?
I'm so
Gee.
glad you are not with us.
Okay.
we
Oh
don't.
wait, but he's with us.
It's
I
not
am.
technically.
Yes.
The owner isn't fully ready to sell.
But if he was, how much would this cost?
I would say probably more than you have.
Considering you're a dumbass, I don't know what to say.
Oh,
That's all right. That's fair.
Don't I see you.
We're not touching that thing.
As we're talking,
That will ruin our campaign.
no, as we're
I
talking,
think that'd be pretty cool.
detect.
Though.
I'm using detect magic. That's his spell,
Oh,
right? Detect
gosh.
magic.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just using
Yeah,
it
you
so
can't
spell slot.
your own.
What type of magic is emanating off that card? Those cards.
That is
If it's not illusion magic, we
I-
have a talk.
what is emanating off the cards is conjuration.
Oh.
What is so special about what the a deck of playing cards?
Look, man, I don't really know much about it. It's kind of like like a thing that like the owner like just kind of likes to show around, but
Can I seize the owner?
Okay.
oh no, he's not right here. He's not here right now.
As
On
the
his
tech
grand
magic is
opening of
going-
his shop.
I don't make the rules, dude.
As detect magic is going, I'm looking around for magic defenses for this spot.
Yeah, the place is lined with magic defenses. And especially like in this one area, there are so many traps and alarms and like divination magic. It's like evocation, divination, transmutation, like all packed in this glass.
Oh, I'm
You
tempted.
blow up, they resurrect you, kill you again.
Okay. I'm just looking around and making like taking notes on the security of this place.
Okay. It's pretty well guarded. It's like decently well guarded. It's a magic shop.
Okay.
But this thing is like
So,
like treasured.
Finn, is your owner around?
Flynn, yeah.
Finn, I mean, is your owner around?
Yeah, no, I just said he wasn't.
Yeah, I just asked
Oh,
that.
I'm sorry. So, do you know his name?
Try to listen a little better, man.
I'm sorry, Finn. I'm truly sorry.
No, it's okay. No, I know a few people have a problem with that. It's good. I'm used to it.
Okay. Do you know his name?
What?
The owner's name.
Oh, yeah. It's hold on.
I assume he pays you and stuff.
I mean, yeah, we got our pay. That is Mr. Grayspire.
Grayspire. I see. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Finn. You've been extremely helpful.
Oh yeah, no, I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, and yeah.
And on the way out,
Oh god.
may I interest you? And he like reaches down into this like ridiculous satchel he has. And it's a pack of gum, and he's like jingling around. This gum has the best bubbles.
How much for it?
1 gold piece.
Okay.
I'm just staring him down at this point.
Wait,
Value
me or-
customer.
You look interested.
What flavor?
Bubble gum.
I mean, that is a
Why not?
He flips it. You guys, I'm assuming, head out of the floating candle.
Yes.
Head out of the floating candle, gum in mouth. The bubbles are actually pretty big, about the size like of your head, like in front of you.
If I bite one off, do they float?
What?
If I bite it off, does it float?
It does not. No.
Oh.
Malik, what was that place?
Bless you.
That was ridiculous.
It was just, it wasn't so. It was. It's magic, man.
And what was with that deck of cards?
No, don't think too much about it. But let's. I'm. Even I don't know what's up with those.
good RP.
Do I need your help? I mean, I technically don't know, but I know they're not.
I would say
They're not harmless.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I would say it's pretty obvious that this is something special.
Because conjuration, one, it's the most expensive thing. Two, conjuration magic on a deck of cards
is special.
Yeah.
It's not just like it's not like it changes to a king every time.
Yeah, if it was something to cheat with, it'd be illusion magic. Which, yeah.
So you all head out of the shop, blowing your large bubbles. That'll go pick up with Kasha and Alice.
Bruh. Okay.
What are you two doing?
Are we trying to head back to the other people?
I was gonna say, do you want to head back to the Shivering Ent and see if we can figure out something with this crystal ball? Anything we could figure out? I mean, I'm not terrible at magic myself.
Okay.
I got your narrow too.
That would be good, I think.
And then if nothing comes out of it, then we'll hit the divination floor
It's like
tomorrow
Okay.
and
you see.
figure this out.
All right.
Right, head back.
So as you two head back, are you two doing anything, Blomf and Damien?
What do you think, buddy?
Well, I mean, if you want to get your your shooty thing, you go to another one.
So there's a place in River South. It's called the Searing Knife, and you walk in, and hand crossbows are only 15 gold.
Oh my god, are you
I'll take it.
serious?
15 gold. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty standard. It's a little bit more run down, but they do have some like pretty standard weapons there.
How much for just like 25 bolts?
Oh, just 25. Like
Just
Easily
3 quivers.
Like crossbow bolts.
Yeah.
It would probably run you about another 10 gold.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Emergencies.
So you both do that, and then I'm assuming you head back to the Shivering Ent.
Yeah.
So it is close to evening at this point.
We got somewhere to be
Which,
ascended.
the sun has not fallen yet, but it is soon to fall. And so you all meet up in the Shivering Ent, back from your days on the town. You see the man Riley is behind the counter. He's mostly settled in at this point. He has gotten himself a stool. It seems to be very nice, and he is just flipping through a tome, and he kind of looks up and looks straight back down. And as you all settle in, that's where we're going to take our break.
Ooh.
And that is where we'll pick up for you next week.
Next week.
Whoa.
So, yeah, first session back.
First session back.
Yes.
First half of the first session back. But very exciting. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate and love each and every one of you. Let's see what I'm not used to the spiel. If you enjoyed this and and would like to see more of our campaign, please consider giving this video a like. Let us know down in the comments and consider subscribing. That would really be amazing. And if you are the above average fan and would love to go out of your way to support us, consider joining our Patreon. But for sure, join our Discord. There's a very active community on there. And it is really lovely what we have kind of built there. So that is a great place to go and just meet new D&D nerds. It's great. We will see you next week. And as always, remember, friends who grit together and stay together.
I didn't remember the thing. I didn't remember that.
Bye-bye.